Ramen from now on. Since that's your what you said your actionable IQ is 83, so I'd be like, okay, hey 83, come open this door for us, okay? 83, come on.
83 is not that bad though.
Yeah, well, I mean, if what is it, Francis Allen or Francis Aaron was 85 and he got ragged on all the time for it, I'm just saying you're 2 points lower than him. You know?
Yeah, Grandma's pretty derpy.
Yeah, Grandma's pretty derpy.
83 is pretty bad.
Some stuff, man.
83 is not
magical damage to the face, and it's affected his memory. He doesn't remember parts of his life, dude.
Sure. But 83 is still like you can maintain a job and have like a, you know, like you can have a rather normal life.
Yeah.
You can still be like a manager of a building, you know.
83 is considered like advanced dullness.
Advanced dullness.
Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody, to the final 45 minutes or so. I have to admit, I forgot how amazing Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag music was until the break.
It's wonderful.
I had it blasting.
Yeah, all the Assassin's Creed music is good.
Yeah.
Dude, the sea shanties from that game are one of my favorite parts of the game for real.
It blows me away that we got Assassin's Creed Black Flag, and everybody was like, the best part of this game is the pirate aspect, and then we never got a pirate game after. Ubisoft
Well, that was the pirate game. Like, it was in Assassin's Creed 3, you had those naval missions, and then everyone was like, why don't they just make this a game? This is great. And then they did that. And now they
still had Assassin's Creed aspects in there.
But then the water was all like fucked up half the time, and you're like, "What's going on? Am I Moses?"
Black Flag was great though.
I do want to petition. Sorry, what did you just say now, Sam? The something dumbness. It's our new.
We're talking about 83.
Advanced dullness.
Advanced dullness. Yeah. That's the new subtitle for our Lost Initiative campaign. Lost Initiative, Advanced Dullness.
All right.
I'm into that.
All right, let's get the banners together. Otto has spoken.
Rebranding. Here we go.
Yeah.
No. You know what we're gonna do is underneath everybody's little thing there, it says what their names, right?
Yeah.
So we're just gonna have Dale Rick and Maggie and Advanced Dullness and Thong. You know,
I'm fine. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll just that's you, buddy.
I like how you were Dale Rick, I was Thong, but Maggie was Maggie.
Well, Maggie's always Maggie.
Maggie wasn't Grommen.
Maggie's always Maggie. Maggie's just Maggie. And all the things. She says that. It's not me. That's her quote.
I gotcha.
You find me, Margaret Crone, and all the things, including Faye Ruin. Moving on. So, whose term was it last? It was...
Rye had a badass, like, one-liner.
Yeah, I remember.
He
remember.
Bad boy. Hot dogged some lichen, dude.
Yeah. Destroyed it. Absolutely destroyed it. Okay. But did take a bite, which is fun. So after that is going to bring us to...
She took a bite or he took a bite?
It's actually Rye's turn. Rye did take a... The wolf took a bite out of Rye.
Mm-hmm.
Rye took a bite out of crime. No. Rye, it's your turn.
Is it? I just had my turn, didn't I?
No, that was your reaction.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
she never let me react to me.
This thing is like loosely around the arm then? Like I can get my arm out?
You're
Is
good.
this one of those? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah. So Rai she like pries her arm out of the thing's mouth and then like kicks it once frustratedly and then climbs back on her horse. That's it.
All right, that's Rye's whole turn. She's like, I felt as though I took good enough of a turn. The rest of you guys, these plebs, can finish this up. I don't do something.
Sure.
Well, she just, I mean, their alpha's dead, so it's like...
Yeah. We're in a pretty good spot. Where is the woman in proximity to me? Or who's left?
The two dudes.
Oh, okay.
One's in werewolf form, one is not.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and cast Dissonant Whispers on the werewolf one.
Sure. Is that going to be first level Dissonant Whispers, just the regular one?
Second level or higher. Let's call it a second level.
Second level one, sure.
Second level Dissonant Whisper, yeah.
Absolutely. So I'm going to make my wisdom save. Still have 3.5 in the brain. So what is my wisdom as a werewolf? Actually, give me 2 seconds. I don't know that off the top of my head. My wisdom is boring. All right, here we go. I rolled that wrong. I added the wrong modifier, but that's okay. If it makes you feel any better, Otto, my total was a 5.
That does make me feel pretty good.
So now it is he fails the saving throw. You're going to do 4d6 damage.
There you go. Ew, yucky. Yucky. That's not very good. He is afraid though, right?
8 points of damage is rather sad. That's probably the worst I've ever seen. However, whether or not he's afraid, is not necessarily a big factor because let me just double check here. Yeah, he's taking enough damage. He's dead anyways.
Well,
Right.
Fantastic.
So this is what happens. The you cast the spell on the. Oh wait, no, he's not.
You could have done 48 damage with that? That's insane.
No, 24.
Yeah. 24 total. No, he's not dead. He has 55 damage on him and 58 health. He's actually still alive. So, you cast the spell Dissonant Whispers. It sees its worst horrible fear come true. Its alpha is killed immediately before it, and it is too beat up to be able to take the position of alpha. It is so frightening, and so it turns and it runs away. However,
That's
because
what its worst nightmare is?
well,
Pretty simple creature.
because it uses its reaction to turn and run away, that provokes an attack of opportunity from Grumman. Oh yeah.
All right. Let me use this gray meow.
That is a hit because their AC is pathetic, and that is a
Damn it.
ridiculous amount of damage. It had 3 health left. It now has negative 13.
Does
So
it get
as
another oh no, I don't get another attack because it's
so as it turns and turns and runs to flee, Gromit does this huge wide arc swing and just catches the werewolf in the side of the rib cage, and you can just hear snaps and cracks as the thing gets thrown to the ground a couple feet to the side, rolling a couple times after that. It's just kind of sitting there with its tongue hanging out of its mouth. A couple of shallow breaths for a moment before finally it's just transforms back into its human body. Lying there, dead, broken, bruised ribs, all that. That leaves us with 1 left, and it is, in fact, Grauman's turn.
Mauls are nasty. They're so, like, they just make too much damage everywhere, I feel like. Actually, I don't know about that, because, like, depending on where you hit, you could just break bones rather than splattering everywhere, whereas axes splatter. I don't know.
You can keep it clean with the maul. You can keep it classy.
Maybe. Depending on
The
how
Great Maul, the classier weapon for the classier orc.
when you're going for those infiltration runs, you know.
Yeah.
Come on, Maggie, you play Pathfinder. You go Earthbreaker, right? It's like a 2d8 weapon or something like
I
that.
always played like spellcasters.
Well, I mean, there were so many. 20. Okay, yep. Let's just bring on the pain.
10 damage.
I won't even maintain a conversation with you. You just do 10 points of damage to me. No, that's 2 attacks. You hit me. You missed the first time.
Yep.
You
Wait,
hit
I
me
missed with a 20?
because it's not a werewolf. It's the first attack. Wait. Oh, that was your. You hit me through 20, and you do 10 points of damage. The other one was your reaction attack. You may attack again.
I thought the 12 was my reaction attack.
It
Yeah.
was. You are correct.
Okay.
And your 17 is also a hit with another 9 points of damage, so a total of 19 points of damage. However, this person has barely been injured so far.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to go with. Otherwise, I would have used my feet and like then the disadvantage roll.
However, they are all sorts of messed up. Like you have, like this person, because they are stronger in their werewolf form than in their human form. This person is on the brink of collapsing. So you smash the person twice with the hammer, and they were already looking to get out of there. They were already looking to run. And once you hit them twice with the hammer, they decide instead of turning and trying to run and flee, because that's probably not going to have any benefit, with like 2 health left, he falls to his knees and is like, stop, in common, stop, stop, and then actually looks over at Otto and he's like, why you?
Oh,
He's still charmed. Oof.
yeah.
It's because Delric just really wants to see how evil you are. It's all a test.
I'm acting out of initiative here, right? So
Yes.
can I react?
He talked to you.
Talking, talking is a free action. You can talk. whenever
Okay.
you want.
Initiative's over.
I yell out to him, make passage easier next time. That's all.
Okay.
Thonk!
Okay.
Oh, is Thonk next? Thonk's gonna kill him.
He's like, okay,
Not gonna
may,
give him
Thonk's
mercy.
not
may
gonna
I go? He says, may I go?
No.
He ignores you and is looking at. Well, doesn't like ignore you at like. Well, he does actually. He ignores you straight out.
He
like,
ignores
like,
you completely.
like this guy, and looks at. He's looking to Otto for an answer.
Otto looks at him and then just looks over at Thonk and looks back to him. Not looking at Thonk for affirmation or anything, just looking over at him briefly.
Yeah, concern more.
Yeah. And Otto knows that he's not getting away, but he doesn't want to finish him. So Otto just turns around and walks the other way.
Ignores him.
Thonk's like, or Otto's like, next time there won't be a next time. Turns around and lets other people do the business for him.
Cool guys don't look at explosions or their, lessers being murdered helplessly.
And so he looks at Otto as he's walking away, and he's like, "Just gonna stand here and watch me burn."
Wait, no, that would only be if Rye was going on next.
Thonk will actually just want to tie him up.
Whoa.
If you go to tie him up, he will
going to
resist
bondage.
that. He's not going to
Whoa!
allow you to tie him up. He's like, "Get your hands off me!" Like, and well, actually, you understand what he's saying. So he's speaking Chandathan. He's like, "Get your hands off me, orc scum!"
Just tie him up. If your goal's to tie, I'll help you tie him up.
Yeah, thank you. me and Grommen will do it. All
All
right.
Grommen didn't understand what he said.
He sees him resisting quite obviously.
So yeah, you gotta do it. He's not going to go down without fighting. So make opposed athletics checks. But since there's two of you, guys have advantage on it.
My
Grommen,
athletics
you
is
roll,
garbage.
and he's giving you advantage.
Okay, there you go.
Oh, advantage for athletics check. All
Because
right.
he's assisting you. Maggie's like, I rolled a 3, but I got an 18, so it's all good.
Well, I got I put points in that. I got a 7 plus 7 base roll.
I rolled very low.
All right, good.
That's
So he's
the
tied
one
up.
out of all the skills that Grommen has. That is the only skill that I put the most points in. I don't know why. I don't know what I was thinking when I made him, but it worked out great.
Well, you successfully tie this guy up, kicking and screaming. You probably want to gag him too. He's kicking and cussing like, "Get him off me, you orc scum! This is get off me! This is And so
I
you
could
are.
smash brain, but I wait.
So as you guys are tying him up and trying to do that, and he's failing to do it, failing to break free, you successfully tie him up. What do you do now?
I start actually kind of giving him a lecture. More or less, he kind of, Thonk just looks at him as Thonk kind of wanders off. And he begins to say, your devotion to murdering our kind is both frightening but admirable.
Chat, this is worse than any physical torture, by the way.
Oh, it's gonna be terrible.
Lecture.
Like a Thonk
Pulls
lecture.
out a book and starts reading him Thonk Bible.
You see Thonk actually pick up the body of the alpha male and like start dragging it over. I'm not lecturing anymore, Scott. You see him pick up the body of the alpha male and drag it over. And he just says, and with devotion comes knowledge, and knowledge typically newfound power. And he then, as he puts the body down next to the tied up guy, he kind of gets on his knees and starts like incanting and praying. And sometimes you need.
While you're incanting and praying, he starts to transform into a werewolf, using his claws and his teeth to start breaking the binds.
Well, Grommen, punch him if you gotta.
Is he tied up?
He's
I
got
thought-
He is,
Okay.
however, his physical transformation making him much larger than he was before, hands having claws and fangs at the ready. He's able to break free of the binds relatively easily. As a werewolf, he's still very injured. You guys still hurt him considerably.
Then
But
he's just gonna die.
he's still technically
What can I
alive.
do to like tie him back up again?
You can use the grapple action.
Okay, can I hold him down so we can interrogate him more or whatever? I don't really.
I wasn't. I was casting a spell over the dead body, but this guy's gonna break up. You see Thong kind of just like sigh in like frustration at a wasted opportunity, and he just reaches out to touch him.
Okay,
So
I'll grapple him, I guess. So
yeah, you make your athletics check.
This is like real bad priest. Don't let Thong touch you.
I know what Thong is gonna do, and so does Scott, and that's why Scott's trying to stop it.
Yeah, Scott doesn't want to see this. He doesn't want to see the punishment happen.
Do I have to do like a strength check to grapple him or something?
Yeah, you do a athletic check for me, please, and thank you.
Can I just reach out and touch him?
Hold on. So fails the grapple.
But
However,
I do have bardic inspiration, so I could do the.
no, he did that forever ago.
Okay.
Once.
No, it's still there. Come on.
No. You only use that. It's only a bonus action.
I
One
thought it
time
was
you can use
free
it.
counter. Okay.
Okay, so while this is all happening, Rye, you actually hear a whisper, and it
Okay.
says, "He looks like he wants to listen. He just doesn't want to listen to them."
Oh. Also, that's weird because I haven't heard a whisper in a while, but I did hear a whisper a long time ago. This is real
Yes.
creepy.
Neither of you have
We're all
heard a
hearing
whisper.
whispers. I don't like this.
I don't hear whispers.
Rai kind of like frustrated at the words. It's like, stop speaking in riddles.
I know speaking riddle. I'm trying to hold him. He moved.
I like Gron
Awesome.
responds. That's the
Awesome.
greatest shit.
All right, so it says back to you. Get the orcs out of the way and teach him, and he can serve.
Rai kind of like rolls her eyes and then like dismounts off the horse.
As she's dismounting off the horse, she sees that Thonk is still reaching out to. Are you grabbing the corpse? Or are you grabbing this guy?
Oh, I was going to inflict wounds and just finish him off.
Absolutely. So you see Thonk is reaching forward to grab this guy. Gromit is currently unsuccessfully pinning down this werewolf. You see Thonk reaching forward to grab it by like its forehead or whatever it is to do what Thonk does mediocre.
Mediocre. That's like the one thing I do good.
Yeah.
Rai yells out Thonk's name to stop him before he touches the wolf.
Inches from touching him, Thonk will like look over and just say, "Why?"
I was hoping for an Eldritch Blast.
Oh.
I just hit Thonk. What? It's just every time I need someone to move, I just hit them with an Eldritch Blast.
It's just the
That's your logic, Scott. Like,
I was hoping.
Out of my way.
I
friendly
actually,
little Eldritch Blast
Yeah.
between chums. You know, there's
Oh
nothing
my
wrong.
God,
with
that's
I actually hate
amazing.
what is it, PvP attacks. You know what I mean? Like something's fine, but I actually hate it. But in that moment, I was kind of craving it. I was like, ooh. I was, like,
But yeah, Thonk looks
salivating.
over and just
That's
says, "Why?"
so good.
Rai kind of like gives him a stern look and is like, let me handle this, okay?
I kind of gesture like obviously like Gromit and this guy are wrestling in front of me, and he takes a step back.
Rai kind of like kneels down in front of the wolf and she like stares him in the face as he's like snarling and writhing, and she's like,
Hold on, before you do that, my
Yeah.
apologies. Maggie, roll for me another athletics check because you failed before, and he's kind of like breaking free from your grapple. Give me 1 second. It actually is currently broken free from the grapple entirely, so Gromit is not holding it safe at all. So just be mindful of that as you walk around, and you're gonna like kind of approach it, look it right in the eyes.
yeah, I'm just gonna stare him in the eyes.
Mm-hmm. So it's looking at you, and it's got like again saliva dripping from its mouth. It's
Yeah.
got kind of like it's that arched back look to it. Its hair is on end. It's letting out a growl. There's blood dripping from one of its wounds on its side.
I had walked away assuming that this guy was going to be killed, but now realizing that is not the case, I come back out of curiosity and I'm watching from a little far away.
Rai initially is cautious, trusts the words of the voice, and like reaches out a hand to touch the wolf on the head.
Okay. So you reach out to touch the wolf on the head.
I just
You
reached out.
you don't say anything or anything like that.
we're like, we've locked eyes.
Yeah. But I think because you're trying to convey, I'm going to allow you to roll for me a persuasion check. Because you're doing it silently, and I know it's for RP purposes or whatever, because you're doing it silently, give me a disadvantage. He's being very aggressive. You're doing it silently. But give me a persuasion.
At disadvantage?
At disadvantage, please. Otto can feel free to give you a inspiration like that.
Seeing what you're doing, yeah, I'll go ahead and throw that on over there because I
What
know
is that, a D8?
That's 1d8 and on top of your roll, yeah.
What do you say to inspire him?
I just whispered from, I'm kind of behind her, like maybe 10, 15 feet behind her, and I just whispered, "Careful."
Okay. So you're looking this thing in the eyes, you're locking in the eyes, and you just kind of like reach forward, and it kind of like snarls and almost looks like it's going to bite at you. And you hear Otto say, "Careful." And so you kind of like stop, and you just like change your approach or maybe like your hand posture a little bit or whatever it might be. And then you kind of reach in again. And now by the time when you get close enough, you can actually get your hand on its forehead. You succeed.
Okay, cool. She just leaves it there for a few seconds.
Mm-hmm. It's watching you, and it's like it's watching you, like locking your eyes in at you, and then almost like it's trusting the moment. It quickly darts its eyes over at Thonk, to which you can like feel it, even though your hand's only on its forehead. You can feel it visibly tense, looking over at Thonk. And then its eyes look back over at Grommen, who is now like back on his feet and probably ready to dive at this thing again, unless Maggie says otherwise or you choose to interject.
I'm just gonna grapple again.
Okay. Do you choose to tell?
Rai like puts a hand up to stop you.
Okay.
So the one on top. And...
Yeah.
Does Grommen listen? Am I still enraged? I'm not enraged anymore, right?
No.
Okay. So I'm not enraged. He doesn't listen. I was gonna say if he's enraged, like he's gonna go ham, right? But in this case, he listens to Rai.
Okay, and then Rai kind of like looks at Grommen and then looks at Thonk, and is like, would you mind giving us some space?
Grommen backs up.
Thonk will take a couple steps back.
How much space?
That's all right. That's good.
Okay. Grommen stays where he stood.
I go over and stand by Grommen.
Yeah. And then I guess Rai's like, she's kind of in this awkward situation. She's kneeling down. She's like touching this feral werewolf on the head, and then thinking to herself, she's like, all right, what do you want now? Like, I've done this stupid charade for you. Like, what do you expect me to do with this wolf?
He wants to learn. He wants to be taught. Show him what he wants to be taught.
Did you take leadership or something? Like, what is happening right now?
Does Rai know what this creature means?
It's all you, Sam.
Fucking taught.
Out of character, help Rai out.
It's too vague. I don't understand. Rai just looks at the werewolf and she says, "What do you want to learn?"
I want to lead. Oh, I actually can't speak shit. It's in werewolf form. Werewolves can't
I
speak.
say it using message cantrip.
Message, there you go.
Ah, nice. I like it. So it says, I want to lead my people. I want to rise as the alpha.
He's like, I need 3 more characters.
10 shots. What the fuck am I supposed to? I'm not teaching him how to lead, am I? I'm not a leader.
Do you say that to the voice in your head? Like, what the fuck? I'm not teaching this guy how to lead?
I'm not a leader. What
You
is this?
think you're not the leader, but are you?
What is this task?
I mean, Grommen and Otto, they trust you.
Rai, as the voice says.
Thonk moved out of
Rai,
your way.
what gives you power?
she looks down at her like shoulder satchel with like the book in it.
Teach him, but show him what he wants to be taught.
Rye sits down cross-legged and pulls out the book so that the werewolf can see it.
Mm-hmm.
And flicks through the pages until she finds something that she think might help him, and turns the book round so that he can see it.
Okay. So he's looking down at the thing. Problem is, like, this book is written in all sorts of archaic words and characters and all that stuff. The only reason why Rye can even read this is because of the gift that's been given to her by the powers that she, by those that give her power, right? So he's looking down at it, and he's trying. His eyes are scanning through it and whatnot. It's like feral eyes are scanning through it, and it kind of like looks up at you and shakes its head, looking a little confused.
Okay, Rye again to herself.
Right.
Rye again to herself is like, he can't read it.
Now the voice legitimately seems like, and this is the woman's voice that you had encountered beforehand in Ten Towns, right, in Brinchander. So now it literally seems like, okay, let me take this one back a step. And she's like, show him, not the book, show him the power.
Okay, Rye shuts the book, and you see like some dust come up and like get in the werewolf's face, and she shoves it back in, and she points to the shadows of Grumman and Thonk on the ground, and then she turns the shadows from orcs into wolves.
It sees that and looks at it, and then looks at you, and it's like confused for a second, and then looks at them, and it looks at the shadows, looks at you again, and then going back to the shadows one last time, and then slowly looking up at them with like almost like a curious look, almost like a renewed but curious look at like what that means. If only Ground had the insight. Come like, me.
He likes animals though.
So he kind of like looks at them curiously. Grumman, you're welcome to roll a perception. I'm just going to say Thonk. You immediately pick up the transformation that happened with your shadow and what he's doing there. You have to roll an insight to try to get his meaning. Grumman, you don't notice it.
I haven't trained too. It sucks.
So you automatically see it with your 22 passive perception. However, with your 19 insight, you're also able to see that he's kind of like confused for a second. Like, wait, are they also wolves? And then kind of like looking around, like confused for a moment.
Oh, that's hype.
Rye, I guess I just message him again, and she just says "well," with like an open-ended "well" to see his response.
Well, we're also wolves. What's up, bruh?
Like, my pack was bested by yours, and we are the largest pack in many, many miles. For me to lead my pack, I think I need to learn from yours.
Right, just gives him an empty nod.
Wolf buddy.
And then he's going to slowly transform back into his humanoid form.
Okay, cool. Rye kind of like stands up and walks up to Thonk, and she like touches his arm, and she says, "He's gonna come with us. So if you could heal him, no, he's good now."
Thonk looks to you, looks up to him. He'll heal naturally. And one misstep.
Thonk, why you have to be like that?
We
I'm gonna
just
help you out.
murdered 3 people who were like kill orcs. Now, like,
But
come on
he
with us.
is not gonna kill
He
anybody.
doesn't think you're an orc anymore.
Yeah.
Grauman's
I got that.
gonna help the guy up. Grauman's gonna help him up. He's like, "Oh, you join us."
So you
Away.
So you go to help him up, and he kind of like looks at your hand with disdain as he sees that like, you know, green texture to it and whatnot, and he's like looking at it with disdain. And then he like looks up at you with like almost like a "I don't need your help" look. But then it's like his transition from wolf to human is like a jarring one. So after like a moment of like looking at you with disdain, then he just kind of remembers how you just slaughtered like a bunch of people all around you with the greatest of ease, and like with that, like you could see like him realizing something. Ramen's probably just like, "You look funny," but he kind of like starts to remember stuff, and then he like quickly looks around and he looks down at the ground and sees that Grauman's shadow is still that of a wolf, like a large wolf sitting there where Grauman's standing, and so he kind of like looks at that and stares at it for a moment, and then while never breaking eye contact with the shadow below, he reaches up and he'll take Grauman's hand.
All right. Grauman takes his hand, but what he sees is the paw shaking his hand.
Yes.
Hi. Oh, that's so cool.
I want to. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Otto is fascinated with what he's just seen from Rye. He approaches her with, you know, kind of wide eyes. What'd you do?
That's kind of what I was told.
By who?
The voices.
Oh.
Voices too.
You remember the angel? The big angel?
Yeah, Otto all of a sudden has like a little bit of a fuzzy memory of this massive
Dude,
winged
Otto went
beast
evil. That shit.
that was looming over him with a knee on his chest, like just for a split. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, that thing's in your head.
I guess.
Good luck.
Rye leans into Adam and she's like,
For now, if he asks, we're all werewolves, okay?
Oh, okay. I like that.
Look.
and she points at Addo's shadow, and it's like a smaller, yippy, like
It's
little-
like bounding around.
yeah.
Otto jumps on. Ah!
It's not even a wolf. It's like a Pomeranian.
yeah. It's like a little coyote.
Oh.
Otto's
that's-
super excited about this. He's playing around with it.
Cool.
Oh, that's so funny. Okay, so so he does join you guys. Thonk refuses to heal him. Yes,
Correct.
and he will walk along you guys since he does not have a horse. You guys sold that other horse that you guys.
Oh, he
had.
can ride with mine. Mine's huge.
Yeah, or he could ride with Grauman easily.
So he will ride
He's
with
welcome
with
to
Rye.
ride with
Rye is
Thonk.
Rye is one of the smallest people and is definitely on the biggest horse by a long shot. And so he will ride with Rye. Rye, are you riding in front or in back?
In front.
In front. And so he's gonna wrap his arms around you. Gotcha. Or not necessarily, just only if you're going fast. You know, usually you just kind of sit there.
Yeah.
So anyways, you guys are able to continue travel heading towards the Fell Pass. I'm sure one of you guys has the foresight to think, like, yo, Fell Pass, you going the right way? And he's like, yeah, that's the right way. And
I'd like to ask him his name as well. Or if he's called anything by
Yeah,
his
I mean,
pack.
we traveled with him for a while, so we're probably like, "What's your name?
Yeah.
How you doing?
Mhm.
Who's your mom?
Who's your
Do
mama?
you have any pets? Any
Where's your
Goldfish.
mama at?
you
Do
know
you
what?
like birds?
Bear, you asked. He is a barbarian of the Grey Wolf tribe. He was born both a werewolf, like a man in the tribe, but also a werewolf. So, so what do you think is an appropriate name for him?
Earl.
Beowulf.
You're fired.
Bear
Maggie, Maggie, save me here.
I think Sam got a good one. Though.
Barbarian of the Grey Wolf tribe.
It's funny. We're sitting here struggling to come up with a name, and someone subscribed. Thank you. Thank you.
What's
His
their
name-
name?
His
Maybe
name-
Axel Slayer.
Yeah. His name's
Axel
Axel
Slayer. His
Axel
name's
Slayer.
Axel Slayer. That's a great fucking
fucking
barbarian name.
badass.
Yes.
All right, fine.
Absolutely.
Axel Slayer is the name of this NPC because somebody subscribed while I was struggling to think of a name. Awesome.
Spelled the same way. Absolutely. spelled.
Axel.
No, that's
Axel
like
for sure.
totally a barbarian name.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm all
His
about
name's
it. Or at least his nickname. He goes by that. Maybe his name is Axel something, but he
Mhm.
just says Axel Slayer.
Axel the Slayer.
Yes.
There
There you
you
go.
go.
Axel the Slayer. There we go. Transformed. Axel the Slayer. Done. All right. So while you guys are traveling, you ask his name, Axel the Slayer. You find out, like, I'm sure you find out some things about him inside the tribe where he was prior. And so in the tribe that he was in beforehand, this was the regular size guy, not the smaller amongst them. Okay. So in the tribe where he was before, obviously there was the alpha that was leading out there. He happens to be one of the scouts, one of the people that would go out and, on like 2 wolf missions to go out and like scout the perimeter, see how things are. Because of that, he happens to know this little region very, very, very well. Sadly, the little region that he knows very well, you're going to be leaving shortly. The extent of his knowledge that benefits you right now is this side of the Fell Pass, and even what he knows of the Fell Pass. Beyond that, however, you're going to be out of his where he's very familiar. So he is a warrior. He's in his human form. He's in like his early to mid 20s, so he's rather young. And you are able to, when I say you, Rai is the one that he's most open to. His aspirations have become the alpha, the leader of the pack. That's what all wolves are, aspirations, right? To be the leader of the pack, or at least that's his mindset. And so he's kind of hoping to travel with you guys to learn from you guys whatever it is that you can teach him to make that be the case. However, what he seems the most inclined to want to learn over the few days of little tidbits, this is what you're able to infer, is that he's very interested in what Rai happens to know. Like watching the alpha get completely annihilated. I mean, if Grommen and Otto hit him, he doesn't even know. If
But Thonk
they hit
like
this guy, he
sucked the
doesn't know.
life out of the
Nope.
alpha.
Nope,
Really?
Thonk didn't touch the alpha.
No, I got a critical hit on him as he leapt over me.
I literally
No,
soloed the alpha.
Yeah, you blasted him like 3 times, and then
In his eyes, I mean, yes, you guys did. You got a critical with the spear, and he got a hit with the short sword, and that's great. But what he saw was blast backwards, fireball, incinerated.
yeah, no, Rai did a majority of that work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
So he wants to learn what it is that Rai has to teach. But obviously, the whole group is you have your own benefits, and so he's looking to learn from all of you. So just to solidify that. Did you have any other questions, Otto, about like who he was or anything like that, or were you?
No, that pretty much covers the things I'd ask him.
Okay. Grommen.
I think Grommen just asked him silly stuff like, "You like birds?"
Yes.
That's the only question he asks. Please, is if he likes birds.
Sure. For Otto's pleasure, he only asked, "Do you like birds?" And he shows him his bird.
Good. Yes.
Okay. I thought Otto got in trouble for doing. Never mind. So you guys are traveling along.
Sam's like, "Oh no." Grommen's not that smart. I think like that sounds just perfect for.
Yeah, I was just thinking like how it could be a metaphor for anything with Grommen as well.
You guys are traveling along, and the little bit of tidbits of information that you're able to get from him, and I'm just gonna not put this in an RP format. I'll
But
just
for
throw-
real, does
throw
he
it
like
away.
birds?
Yes.
Oh, good. Okay. Yeah. He can keep coming then.
Does he say that like he actually likes birds, or
No,
like
he says that no.
Grommen for some
legitimately,
reason just doesn't
He
believe
loves
you.
birds. His favorite kind of bird is over a spit, slowly roasted. No, seriously.
Oh.
With a little bit of melted bear fat drizzled over it as you're slowly cooking
he
it.
wants to
Um,
eat them?
Well, yeah, of
What do you
course.
mean? Does,
Grommen is disturbed by this. eating
wait,
bird.
is Grommen a vegetarian?
No,
Grommen,
We
we have
how
all
about
eaten.
Grommen
he just doesn't
stops
eat.
being a hypocrite?
Yeah.
He just doesn't eat bird.
Uh-huh.
Thonk will make
He
a
just
point.
doesn't eat.
Wait,
he doesn't eat chicken. Gromit doesn't eat
fried chicken. Gromit don't like fried chicken.
He doesn't like chicken or turkey. He doesn't like a big old turkey leg. He doesn't like
Yeah,
none of that.
seriously. Like
Gromit
King
is
Richard's
just
Fair.
like trying to control and like calm his bird down.
Gromit
You
was
all are
just
talking
carrying a
about-
deer carcass a couple hours ago. I don't know if he's really the front, the front man for the vegetarian movement.
I don't know. Hey, friend. I don't know. So
That's true. I brought a giant deer over. Yes, I'm a vegetarian.
Maybe it was just for us. I don't know.
he's a courteous vegetarian.
What was
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Yeah.
Gromit is a courteous vegetarian. All right.
How
So
do I get them gains? I need that protein.
Mm-hmm.
So as you guys are traveling along, he does like give you DM, expose. He does give you guys a bunch of information about where it is that you're going. So you're heading to the Fell Pass. The Fell Pass. So amongst the spine of the world, which is the huge mountainous region that you're in right now, this is one of the few areas where it kind of breaks for a moment from this little lip that you're going to be traveling through because you're heading. Spine of the world is usually like a east to west mountain range. This little lip here, like area here, peninsula, is the north to south range, and so the Fell Pass cuts right through that to pass. This whole region has belonged to dwarves and orcs and stuff like that for a very, very, very long time, and they've warred for a very, very, very long time. So one of the things that he can tell you is that the Fell Pass itself is littered with the bones of countless battles between orcs and dwarves over the course of eons, right? And because it's littered with these bones and because of all that's happened here over the course of many times, the pass itself is not actually guarded by monsters. There are no goblins that are going to throw spears at you, or giants that are going to hurl boulders, or orcs that are going to be chasing at you with axes or anything. And the reason for that being is the pass is actually haunted by the specters of the past, whether they be dwarf or orc or something else. There are specters of the past that haunt this area and make it so it's a very, very dangerous place to go through. If you choose to go through the pass, understands that could be a concern.
Yo, Otto, did you take that talk with plants ability? For real?
I knew I would regret it. God damn it.
I told you it's gonna actually be useful.
So as you guys are working your way through the pass, that's going to be a concern. And then if you choose not to go through the pass, this whole region there is a ton of dwarves that have moved in the past, a couple decades. Since he was a boy, there was like no dwarves around, and now that he's a man, there are many dwarves around this place. However, the dwarves do still clash from time to time with the orcs, because there is a huge orc place that like set up past the pass. It's this like they actually have a castle and like a city and stuff like that now. It's awful. And he doesn't want to go anywhere near that place because it's just surrounded by a bunch of big, dumb, smelly, stinky orcs. And honestly, he wishes that he could get back to his tribe and bring them enough power that they could rise up and maybe even kill the orcs and rid this whole region of them, because orcs are disgusting.
Oh, we're not gonna let this happen.
Well, kind of funny. Literally, that's where you're going.
Yeah. We're gonna let it happen.
So that's kind of like what he gives to you guys over the course of, a couple of days traveling, getting to the mouth of Fell Pass, assuming that's where you still want to go. And that is, yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fine, a little danger.
Well, approaching the mouth of Fell Pass after a couple more days of long rests and whatnot, and this person having healed up most of the way, if not completely, traveling with you, Axel the Slayer from the Grey Wolf tribe. So we're going to stop here. This is a perfect breaking point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense.
I like it.
I don't want it to end.
You got a new friend. Oh man,
do have a new
Otto's gonna have
friend.
fun.
Yeah. Do I have to make like a character sheet for this?
I mean,
He's my
I feel like we need to have a guest player on to be Axel the Slayer.
Oh, and then we take my camera and we put me down below. So like when the rolls pop up, you don't have to see my face anymore. It's just like roll over in front of me. And then that person takes my spot.
We gotta show everybody your pearly whites though, Scott.
yeah.
Just so you all know, we started late because Delric had to brush his teeth.
I like to brush my teeth. I mean, oral
Don't
hygiene.
question it.
I mean,
Looks good,
hey, they
man.
look good, dude.
They look great.
More power to you.
Fantastic.
See 'em.
Um,
You gotta like show them all off.
Yo, I've got something fun here. I got a massive gap right here.
there you go. Hey.
Gap in your-
Right.
Oh, you mean like?
Oh.
Right here, between these, the
have
top and
gaps,
bottom
like,
teeth, I got a
yeah.
little
Yeah.
space.
Okay, I was excited for a second there. I was kind of hoping it was.
I thought
was
you had
kinda
like a
hoping it was
gap
like
between.
No,
the
no. I'm not
Yeah.
one of those folks that can pop out a false tooth or anything like that. But I just can't
Ah.
bite down on chicken off of a bone. That's the only issue I've got in my life.
What?
I
What?
can't, no, it doesn't connect. So like I
Bear,
can't rip it off.
you eat chicken? You monster! How dare you eat birds?
How dare you?
I got a leather tote bag and everything, dude. I'm fucking murdering these goddamn birds.
Oh,
No, really.
good God.
If you eat buffalo wings, you can't.
I can't pull it off, dude. I gotta get them like all the way back in here and use those molars to rip it off there.
I am forevermore gonna live with the image that Bear eats chicken wings with a fork and knife.
I don't eat chicken wings at all. I don't even bother with it
I
anymore. I just get boneless.
With the fork
Yeah,
and knife.
hey,
and
boneless
everything.
is the way to fucking go. Let me tell you.
Fuck some
boneless.
bones, dude. Like, why are you
Boneless.
putting bones in your food?
Boneless
You don't gotta
fried
do
chicken.
that.
More
So-
flavor.
So good.
So what you're
More
saying is
flavor.
chicken nuggets?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
but like the bigger ones, just like the boneless
Yeah.
fried
Yes,
chicken.
we understand.
Spicy.
We understand that you need to order off the kiddie menu still.
I'm fine with it.
but-
I'm getting sugary cereals every goddamn time I go to Walmart, motherfucker. I live that shit with pride.
Oh, I love Fruity Pebbles. Oh man, like
That's what I had for
me
dinner.
and Fruity Pebbles, we
I
got
don't
this
know if you
like
would
this
do
like
it.
love thing going on. Oh, so
Well,
funny.
thanks everybody for coming by. Week 21 in the books. We'll be back next week for week 22. As long as the curse lifts, we'll be back tomorrow with Star Wars. Fingers effing crossed.
Wow.
Seems like Jesse's done with his filming, so
Yeah, supposedly. Supposedly he's done with his filming.
I'm excited for episode 2 of like the new
I know.
resurgence.
Me too.
Like it's so good.
I know. I've been wanting to play super bad, so hopefully you get to play
Yeah,
tomorrow.
me too. Plus, me and Mathis are playing new characters, so for both of us, I think it's super exciting because we're getting like a lot more. We're getting like character progression, right? Which is a little like the first couple episodes are kind of intense for that.
I'm excited.
Yes, I am excited as well to see how things play out because literally next session tomorrow is starting off with a spaceship battle.
Yes, true. I forgot about that. So make sure
Yeah.
you swing by tomorrow, same time as tonight. It should be fun. We'll go around the office here, and everybody can just go ahead and
Office.
okay, we'll go out in the classroom. Let us know what your major is, and
office where we all live.
Yes.
Sam, where can people find you? What are you doing this week?
Right after this, I'm gonna be finishing my Persona boss fight. We stopped in the middle of. Hi guys, my name's Strippin. You can find me at twitch.tv/Strippin. I play games every day from around 1 PST. We're gonna finish Persona 5 this week, and then maybe some GTA roleplay. Who knows? And you can find me on Twitter at Strippin.
Sweet Bear.
Hey everybody, I'm Bear Taffy, Baer Taffy on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. You can catch me doing stuff on all those places. You can also watch me and Mathis every Friday over on twitch.tv/Roundtable Podcasts. We're going to be talking about Outlast 2 today, as well as some Persona 5 that we've finally gotten around to playing, and a couple more games along with some news and commentary and insight on the massive
gaming
clusterfuck
sphere.
that is the gaming industry. Yes.
It sure
Beautiful.
is a clusterfuck a lot of the time.
So come
Awesome.
hang out. It's fun.
Oh yeah, please do. Maggie, what you got going on this week?
Hi. Tomorrow I'm gonna be right here, Lost Initiative Show. Same time, same place. You better be here. I mean, why wouldn't you be? It's awesome.
And when are you on Roll For It?
What?
When are you on Roll For It?
Yes, I'm on Roll For It on Sunday. So if you guys want to join me on Sunday, I'll be over there. I'm playing Shadowrun, and there's some interesting stuff going down there. We've maybe made a deal with Loftware, which is just fucking ridiculous if anyone understands Shadowrun. Like, I have never run into a dragon ever in my life as far as like Shadowrun goes, ever. If that is insane. Dragons in Dungeons and Dragons, may have run into them, but like at level like 21 maybe.
Right.
So what level are we right now? We're like level 5. So
Yeah.
if that gives you any perspective on the roleplay team. of
Scott is
things.
cracking up for some reason.
It's because I'm sorry, I'm being berated by Sam.
I want to know what Sam's thinking.
Oh, it's funny.
All right, I said, Scott, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this wolf, you son of a bitch? You can't teach warlock shit to a wolf, you fucked me. That was the
Yes.
exact...
Oh, you know what the best part of this is? Gromit is like totally into animals, so this is just like.
Look, say the word and we can just kill him.
But anyways, beyond that, you guys can find me at Margaret Crone, all the places, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter. I'll be doing all kinds of crazy stuff. I think I'm going to be starting actually Outlast on next Tuesday because I feel like the community wants me to do that. So that's probably not going to be fun. I know Mathis has been enjoying it greatly. Really.
On and off, yeah, you know.
Trying to maintain a little optimism there.
The first hour was pretty good. Come by the Roundtable podcast on Friday and you'll hear my full-on uncensored thoughts about the game.
I wish I could do more stuff with you guys on the roleplay or on the.
Yeah, we gotta have you on again at Roundtable. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was really good last time you were on.
The rough part is like I work during that time, so
Yeah.
my corporate job doesn't allow
Yes.
me to. Speaking of Shadowrun, but if you guys want to check out any of the new games that I'm working on, which is the newest game is Master X Master, and we're finishing up beta. We're ending tomorrow midday-ish, so
It's a good game.
go
You should
check it out
play
before it ends. Go.
You should.
Mathis may have dressed up as a magical girl for it.
I
so
definitely did.
want to check that out.
You should go watch that.
When's it actually coming out, though?
Summer 2017.
Not a good enough answer.
That's a very corporate answer. Thank you, Maggie.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Got you.
Scott, what did you got going on?
Well, obviously here on Wednesday nights, on Thursday nights, I'm back here again for Star Wars, where I GM the game for a bunch of peoples and we do crazy stuff in space. On Friday, you can find me over at Roll For It, twitch.tv/Roll For It, where I am playing Gray. I'm more or less thunk, but not as much of an asshole, and have better purposes and just better in general.
He thinks
And that's 3 o'clock Eastern time, PM. And then actually starting this week, after that at 9 p.m. Eastern time, I'm going to start playing a Eberron campaign with a couple of peeps that I know. And that'll be over on my Twitch channel. That's twitch.tv/DelricMaster. And yeah, I'll just be DMing a game like that because I haven't played Eberron in so long. I just need to. I get this itch. I get this itch. I need to take care of it so I can go do that. Otherwise, you can bother me over on Twitter because my name's right here. And that's how you find me on Twitter and ask me questions. Or yell at me.
Ron has lots
You
of
know.
awesome lore. You guys should definitely check it out.
Ebron is a great,
I know that you
great
guys have
campaign
really
setting.
cool characters. Was that art that Ollie Rant made part of that?
What was that?
Ollie Rant made a bunch of art for you. Was that for that?
Oh, Ollie Red is actually one of the players in that game.
Ah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So Ollie actually made all of the artwork for all of the characters. He made little tokens for the characters. He did a group thing, and I think he's doing something else too. And he was like, "Yeah, I'll get it done in the next month or so." He did it in 2 days. If you
He's
see
so
that artwork,
Even the artwork he's made for our channel. By the way, thank you guys so much for all the artwork that you've
Yeah, I
put
love
all
it.
the fan art, absolutely.
Jellyfish, that comic strip before this, we all read it.
Yeah.
So good. Thank you so much.
Inspired our gameplay.
Yeah, the Otto
It
and
certainly
Rye,
did.
perfect.
Certainly
It's
did.
always good. Wrap things up for myself. You can find me. I'm playing Outlast 2 on the gaming channel right now. I'm finishing up Hollow Knight, and I will have Little Nightmares starting in a couple of days. Judge Mathis, I have a new video going live on Friday. You can find me here Wednesday and Thursday. I'm on the podcast on Friday. Basically, just fucking turn on the internet and you'll find me somewhere. I just do too much garbage. It's been great. We'll see you guys tomorrow for Star Wars and next Wednesday for week 22. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.